It's time for another nickel hunt starring Mr. Thomas Jefferson. And, supporting actors in there. You could have a supporting actor of Lady Liberty or a supporting actor of the Native American in Buffalo. I'm not picky. Let's go ahead and go to it. Hey there, ladies and gents, and how are you doing? This is Silver Chupacabra, and we are on to our fifth nickel hunt of the year. Batman thinks this is going to be a really good one. The last one we had was very good as well. Silver War nickels all around. Of course, we're here to fill out more of this. We haven't had a hole filler in here for quite a while. As usual, cannot seem to score a 1950 for the life of me. That's all right. We've got a couple of war nickels that we still need to get into. And by the way, these are some of the rare war nickels to get. But we're going to go to it, aren't we? And then the key nickels for the 1930s here, the 38S, the 39S, and the 39D. Those are all in play. Of course, Silver War nickels would be awesome to get. We would love those as well. And of course, Buffalo nickels and Liberty V nickels would also be very welcome. Let's go ahead and check the top of the nickel box and see what it's got. So here is the top of this first nickel box. Let's take a bit of a trip around. Seeing quite a few of the newer ones here, definitely. 2005, maybe it's a chance for a Speared Buffalo. There are a few ones in here that look like they have a little bit of age to it. And of course, inside is what usually brings out the good stuff. Anyway, let's go ahead and get started on you. Okay, we are on roll 4. And we finally have that first coin coming up here at the very end. Well, not very, very end. Close to it, though. 5 from it. As you can see right there, 1954. Pretty common dates. Let's see if we can get some fancy mint mark here. D it is. D for Denver. Alrighty, this is the 6th roll of our current nickel box on, number 5. About halfway in here, and I came across this one. First thing I said, oh, wonderful, it's a frickin' 59. It isn't a 59, or the 5 is not a 5, it's actually a 3. I don't know why they did this with Jefferson nickels, but it's not one of the best design plans. Anyway, that is a 3, folks, 1939, and we are looking for key dates. If there is a D and an S on the back of this, or an S, by the way, if there's a D and an S, I'm going to be dancing in the streets. No, D or S, it's going to be a key date. I'll already tell you, I'm going to say no to this because just I would expect one with the mint mark to have pretty decent detail, i.e., little Johnny got into Daddy's coin collection and used it to buy some candy at 7-Eleven. That's the kind of deal. Anyway, let's go ahead and slow roll this. Oh, Boo. Here I am booing at 39. This is the second find of this box hunt so far, and I love getting the real old ones in. This was a sneaker. Fortunately, no mint mark. Just a cool find. Roll 14 of this first nickel box hunt. And about, well, no, I guess it's really about to start. Finally came across one of the common ones, 1958. Real poor condition. This one has seen better days. And he bets that it will not be a D. It is a Denver. Go. Well, it is a fine, and we've been short on fines. I'll continue. 20 of this box continues to be a bit slow. It is a fine. It's been slow, so I'm punch drunk. Anyway, 1959. Wow. I bet you it's not a D or anything like that. That's disappointing. It is a fine. That is the fourth one. Yeah, roll 21, and we do have another find in the row. Take a looky there. Looks like 1953. There it is. Sure is what it is. What is the mint mark, however? Or is there one? No mint mark. Philadelphia it is. 1953. I'm going to look through the rest of this row and bring you back if there's something worthy of your attention. Roll 24 of this first box of the hunt. As I said before, it's been pretty darn slow. It's somewhat heated up, but a lot of commons are coming in here. 54 is a good date. Unfortunately, there's no semi-keys or keys on this one, but we would like, I believe we had a Denver in there earlier. Let's see if we can get a San Francisco or a Philly. That would be another Denver. Still on roll 26, where we have the two fails with the D mint marks. That one, I said, hey, that looks kind of old. Well, there it is. It is 1948. It's the first nickel that I've actually found are in the 40s. If it is an S, it is a semi-key date. It is an S. Nice. Best find so far. Semi-key date, 1948 S. Roll 27 of this first box of the hunt. So we're just a little bit past halfway. And at the back end of it, not that one. 70 wouldn't do much good. We got 1940. The no mint mark Philly is a very common date at this point. So our D and S are pretty common too, but still, you'd really have a mint mark than not. Nope, Philly it is. Cool. That's the second oldest find for today's hunt. We'll come back when the next one pops out. We're going to go on to roll 28. On to roll 28 and just laid out the roll itself. And I spied this one first. I'm going to point that out because I don't know which one of these looks older. It's a nice 64 here, by the way, too. There it is, 41. I swear that 2001 looks older, or at least just as old. How about that? 1941 out of Philly would be a very common date, usually just like the 1940 from the last roll. Those are things I almost expect every box, at least one. D and S are also pretty common dates, but I'd rather have a D or an S on this. Nope, Philly it is. Cool beans. Starting to warm up on this box. That's good. To roll 31. It actually started. This is funny. I'd actually started checking out, after laying it down, checking out nickels, and I completely forgot that I'd seen this on the back. Wow. Glad I remembered. This isn't going to be as old as the 47 I found on the last nickel hunt, but still, it's always cool to get a Canadian nickel or two in there. 1983. Roll 32 of this first box of the hunt. I just started going through the first part of the roll, and that one showed up. 1946. It's a nice oldie. No semi-key or key dates on this. In other words, the mint amounts for this are going to be a little bit higher than some other nickels. Nickels with semi-key and key dates definitely have lower mintages. So, anyway, do we have a mint mark to go with it? No. Philadelphia. Got a lot of Philadelphias in this box. Cool. Anyway, roll 33. About midway through the roll, by the way, as you can see. And right here, we got another 1940s popping up. Let's go ahead and see. This one has a mint mark. The other one was Philadelphia. Another Philadelphia. It's a Philadelphia day, as I had said. Let's go ahead. I'll finish this out. See if there's anything that I can bring out. On to roll 30, and about, I'll say more towards the start of the roll, you've got a 1952. Looks like it's in good, decent detail shape. Wise, at least. Question is, what is, if there is, what is the mint? Wow, it is a Philadelphia one today. It sure is. 52, out of Philly. So on to roll 41. And since it's been a little bit slow of late, we'll do a little bit of success and fail. Woohoo! That always sounds fun. We've got a reverse here that has a D on the back. That only happened with nickels that are 1964 or older. Of course, glass half full wise, we're thinking this is going to be a 50D. Still have not found a 50 anything in all my hunts. Just say, got a little bit of Cheeto dust on my fingers. Don't worry about that. 19. Oh, ho, ho. It's 19 with a 5 there. Can it be a 50? No. You know, it's only 2 years off. Can't you just be a 1950 this once? Well, I'll tell you what. This is in pretty good condition. It could be an upgrader. Roll 44 of this first box in the hunt, and I've started looking at the ones that started the roll. So we get another 54. It seems to be showing up a lot lately in these boxes too. 54 seems to be pretty, well, I know it's already a pretty common nickel, but still. I mean, you're showing up a lot. It's been a Philadelphia day. Will we have a mint mark to go with this? There is a mint mark that looks like a D. It is a D. It's a pretty sharp D too, by the way. Roll 46 of the nickel box hunt, and the beginning of this roll, I've kind of started searching through, and this nice little toner popped out, 1947. I believe we do have a 47 already. If it's been the way it's going, it's probably a Philly no mint mark there. Let's see if this could be a D or an S. Oh, well, it's a nice toner, that's for sure. So here is the top enders for the second nickel box that we're going to look at today. Let's go ahead and look. Some of these are looking a little older than others, and then we got some brand new ones. Interesting there from Monticello. I don't know about you, but I'm already looking at this dark ender over here. It's kind of the same, the same, kind of the usual, basically. You got some that look pretty old and some that, oops, sorry about that, Batman. Well, they got problems. Oh, wow. Well, I don't know if you can see that. Little toner there, or whatever you want to call that, but that's 48, I believe. So, let's say it's almost on roll 48. It's roll 43 when that's going to happen. At least we know we have one find to look forward to, and that could be another. We've already found one semi-keyed 848S. This could be the second, although lots of weird to it. That's usually going to mean Philly or Denver, to be honest. It's just the way it is. Let's go ahead and start on numero uno. Well, roll one in this second nickel box, and we're already on the board. I always like good starts. Of course, I like full boxes, too. The only thing is, it's a 54. And by the way, we already have 4 of these. And they're all 10 for. What are the chances this is can either be an S or a no mint mark whatsoever Philly? So let's see what we get. It's another 10 for. I really think we own or have cornered the market on 54 days there. On 2 rolls, 7. So we found something in the first row, and then the next 5 rolls were nada. So I just unrolled it. I just laid this down. Take a look at this. It's a 1967. That thing, if that's not a proof or whatever, it's never really been touched. That's why I'm only touching the rims there. The only unfortunate part here is there is a big slash. I guess it's not big, but it's enough of one. And the thing is, while this is perfect on the back, basically no steps. Find that very interesting too, but what a cool coin to find there. Still in roll 7. And as I was just searching the first half of this roll, this one popped up, 1948. Very, very cool. I think I already have A48. I think it is in Philly, by the way, too. Let's see if we can get... Oh, that's right. What am I saying? I think we also found a semi-keyed 8. Doubting very highly. I'll bet a nickel. This is a 48 Philly. Thank you. Give me my nickel. Roll 8. And I'm not sure if I can really call this a find. I think it's more like me ridding the universe of 54s. We've got another one. This is hilarious. And if this is another D, amazing. I mean, seriously, how can you find all the 54 Ds in the world? Oh, man. Look at that. I'm going to have a roll of 54 Ds here pretty soon. Roll 9. And I brought you in to show you another stellar looking nickel. This one's a 63. Doesn't look quite as good on the obverse as the 67, but this one's clean. In other words, it does not have a mark on the steps. And by the way, it actually has some steps. It is a Denver, but it's another one. It looks like it's either Some they like to slip in when they were putting in their nickels, or it's a proof nickel. I don't know. I don't think it's a proof. It doesn't have the look of it. Anyway, pretty cool. 10th roll of this second box of the current nickel box hunt. And we've got a couple of visitors coming in. There's one of them right there, the second one in, 1949. Originally, when I saw it, I thought it was 45, but no. Now, the thing is, 49, by the way, does have a semi-key date. Am I really that lucky enough to get two semi-key dates in one nickel box hunt? Don't know. We're going to find out, though. Let's turn her over. What are the odds? And this has got pretty decent detail, which means that I don't know, just it's about circulation and everything. This has got pretty good detail. What is it going to be? Oh my God. It really is an S. I was not expecting that whatsoever. That is sweet. Now, the thing is, this was just going to be my intro. Well, let's check what's up down here. 39. Second year Jefferson. And the thing is, if it has a D or an S on the reverse, it's going to be a key date, meaning really low mintage. It's actually worth a little bit. I'm not going to go buy houses and cars with it, obviously. Maybe a pack of gum. Little worn, and usually that means it's going to be Philadelphia, but hope springs eternal. There's a lot of wear there, too, by the way. Will there be a D or S on here? Oh, it was too good to be true. On roll 14 of the second nickel box, and at the very end of that roll, this popped up, 1952. I don't get tons of 52s, although they're not really rare, to be honest. D and S would be even more wanted. Can't think of a good word for that, by the way. Pretty decent detail. It's just dirty on the back here. That is... Looks like a D for Denver, yes. Denver. Cool. That is the seventh find of this box. This box is continuing to be pretty decent so far. On to roll 15. Roll 16. Just started kind of searching through. Finally, this will be the only time I show it on purpose. Finally found it in 1957. I haven't had one until now. Usually this is right up there with the 58s, 59s, and, well, at least on this one, I get the 54s. It's a D, of course. Roll 18 of this second nickel box of the current hunt. And I noticed something as I was laying this one out. Right there. I don't even know if it is or not. It could be. I found 80s and 90s looking like this too, so I didn't cover that very well, but it is going to be in the 40s, 47 to be exact. Cool. Jefferson looking a little bit three-dimensional there with all the toning around the portrait. Do we have, or do I have, however you want to play that, do we have a mint mark for it? No way, no how. Just right out the bat, I do not see the henning notch there, but I will weigh this when at the end. I always check for endings at the end or varieties. Anyway, as 47 out of Philly, I think that's probably the second 47 that we found. We got Batman peeking out onto the landscape here. We are in roll 31 at the very end of the roll. We got this one. 1948. Another 48. So that means there's another chance for another semi-key date. I would not expect it on something that's this worn, however. And nope, don't get it. It's Philadelphia. By the way, did have a 58 and a 59 also enter into the fray. I think we're up to 12 or 13 nickel finds. Onward we go. You're on roll 35 as Batman looks down at the coins. About midway through. Just laid these out. And check out this. It's a 1956, but man, look at the condition on that. I'm smelling an upgrader here, folks, whether it's D, can't be an S, D or Philadelphia. Which one will it be? What a beautiful back, too. And look, well, at least there's a step and partial step. It's a D. Cool. Can't wait to check the primary to see if that's going to be an upgrader. I think it will be. Cool find. Okay, roll 37 of this second box. And I just laid out the roll and started searching through it. We've got a 1940. That's a pretty decent condition on this one. I think there's probably going to be a mint mark on there, but at least it came with some extra green stuff. That's nice. Oh, it's going to be Philadelphia. Very common date, but always still, boom, there's an 84-year-old coin in your lap. Okay, on to roll 38 of this box hunt. And at the very end of this roll, well, at the very, very end, but here we are. This one popped up. Haven't seen it before. It's a Balboa, obviously. I don't get it, man. I don't know if I've even found a Balboa in a nickel set. It is, I would say, it's basically about the same size. I believe that to be a female on the front there. Yeah, it is. Sarah Sotillo. I think it's Sotillo. Cinco Centésimos Balboa. So I'm thinking this is Panamanian. That's where all the Balboas I have are from. Let's take a look at the back. República de Panama. Nice. 2001. I don't know if that's a mint mark on the bottom or not. I'll have to do a little bit of research just to kind of get an idea of this one, but very cool. First time I've seen one. Hey, roll 39. Batman's still kind of, I don't know, maybe he's seasick in this ship of nickels. He looks a little blue. Oh. Anyway, sorry guys. I feel a little comedic value is very useful in these hunts. I believe we're in the middle here, by the way, and this one popped up, 1946. Always cool to find something about 80 years old, 70 years old on this one. Decent detail. I'm thinking we're going to get a mint mark out of this one, even if it's a D for Denver. Oh, wow, another Philly. Okay. Still cool find. Okay, roll 40, and wow. I've laid this down, and I've already went through it with a microscope. You can kind of see that there are some interesting ones in there already. I think there are actually 3 finds here. Right up next to each other, we've got a 1956 and a 1947. 40s seem to tone like that, or at least the late 40s do. It's very interesting, that orange hue kind of a deal. We'll check this one out first, just because it was convenient. That is going to be Philadelphia there. Cool. Let's bring out that 56. We just found the first 56 a few rolls back, and it's in excellent condition. This one, not so much. And that is going to be AD on that for Denver. And then I'm going to go down just a bit farther here. So you may want to go for the 7th 54D. Or are we going to be spared that? I'm not even going to bother doing it. Look at that. Unbelievable. Look at that line on the 54Ds. 7 of them. This is roll 42, getting close to the end. And at the very end of this roll, as you can see, I've already checked out all of that. Now we were looking at this. This one caught my eye. Oops, sorry. Kind of went the wrong way on that. Check that out. 1939. This is the third second-year Jefferson nickel that has been found in this hunt. And this one is in awesome condition. Look at all that hair detail, and it's barely a nick on it. It's not uncirculated, but it's pretty close. If that's not AU, it better be high XF. So the question is, of course, these are the kind of coins that when they're in good detail that you're going to find a mint mark. In other words, little Bobby got into Daddy's collection and went to 7-Eleven and spent some money. Look at all that. That's pristine. And the thing is, steps. I'll look at it in the scope there, but if it doesn't have steps, it looks like it has a big notch right in the middle of them. This would be the kind of 39 nickel in a great shape that would have a mint mark. Would be a key date. The question is, will it be? Oh, man. Unbelievable. You know what? I got to quit getting so wound up on these, expecting something, and when it doesn't happen, it doesn't happen. That's still in great condition. This is going to, I doubt very seriously the 39 Philly that I have in the collection is in this great a shape. I love it. Roll 43. Yeah, we've been having some pretty good success here lately on these rolls. I haven't actually spread it out yet because, and not that I haven't come across a few of these. Check out the toning for that. Interesting. I don't think it's going to be a silver war nickel. And the only reason I'm even actually bringing this up, because a lot of these have turned out to be 70s, 80s, 90s. All this great toning. And I do realize that those decades are, 40 and 50 years ago. So I should be expecting these a little bit more. Anyway, I'd already noticed this is an ender. Let's see if I can do this without the date getting kicked out there. The ender itself was going, probably got a little bit of age there. Nice brown background. I like that. Let's see what date it is. Well, it is a 40 and it's a 48. That's pretty cool. We actually need, I believe, 48 was, I can't remember if we need a Philly or a Denver to complete the mintage cycle. If it's another S, wow. I don't think so in this condition. No, straight Philly. Cool. You're on roll 43, and I just laid down the roll, started searching through. That one popped out, and it's got that same, orange as you around the portrait, which I find a lot in the 46, 47, 48, and 49 coins. Not always, but I'm just saying it's something that seems to be a sign. Anyway, we have found, 347s. I'm just looking up at the count there. And they've all been Phillies. So, are we going to get a mint mark? We are not. Philly again. Roll 44. We keep on getting stuff in these rolls. That's one of the best boxes, I would say, quantity-wise. Not necessarily quality. Let's go down there and take a look. 55. This is the first 55 I've actually found in this nickel roll hunt. In fact, go up here. It's missing. Now, 55 out of Philly is a semi-key date. We've already found 2 semi-key dates in this hunt. Can it really happen again? Let's find out. It is a D. Sorry. Denver, I love you, but sometimes I wish that D would disappear on some of these coins and appear on the 39s. How about that? On to roll 45. I'm not sure if I said 45 on the last one. I might have. It was 44. Anyway, I don't even know if I have a find yet, but I've laid everything down here. I noticed this. This is an ender. I noticed the portrait on this looked very, very elderly. And as you can see, that's an S. So it will be elderly. It's at least 1954. But it could be older. Question will be, what will the year be? Got plenty of semi-key dates that would be nice, but 38 and 39S would be out of this world. So it's got to be a 40. 1940 what? Could be a 48, 49. Another key date, 46S. That's all right. I like it. First S we found on the 46s. Not sure if we have the mint cycle on this, but anyway. One roll left. This is roll 49. Don't know if we have a find yet, but we got several that would be included in here. That's, I guess, several, but these two just look like beasts. In other words, they look like those upper 40s, but we're going to find out. Obviously, this is not a Civil War nickel. Nice little striations across the middle of Monticello there. Do we have a find here? 54. It's another 54D. I didn't catch that until after that thing. This is number 8 of the 54Ds. It's unbelievable, folks. Cool. It's still fine. So we got another one here that looks kind of choice. There's that 4. I'll let you guess. What do you think? 46, 47, 48, or 49. We do not have a 49, by the way. It is a 48. Now, with that, of course, if it is an S, it is the same key date. We have found one in this hunt so far. It is a D. I don't think we had a D on here as of yet, so I think we finally have the mint cycle. We do have plenty of 48s, and I believe at least one of those is a Philly. Should we check on that? It looks a little too beefy and a little bit too detailed to be what we're looking for. But if it is an older one, it would be a Philly. Let's go ahead and turn her over. Looks like an old head. It would be nice if it was a 1950, by the way. It is a 48. Oh my gosh. Another 48. That orange tone. It's kind of a giveaway every time out. I've had. Okay, so as you can see, Batman is looking for a new cave. Box hunt is done. And I have already set up for the summary, so let's go ahead and get it going. Over here, we're at 3 1940s, Philadelphia minted. 41, Philadelphia minted. Nothing there. 1946, we've got a couple from Philly. And we got one we found late from San Francisco. Nice. We've got a couple, looks like 3 347s from Philly. We've got 4 48s from Philly there, and then we've got 148D. We did find the mint cycle, but I'll let you do in on that in a little bit. 52, So we didn't get anything for 50 or 51. Or actually, we did get something for 49, so I take that back. Anyway, that's one from Philly and a couple of Denvers. We've got 153 from Philly. Check out that. That is an 8 stack with a hair in there. Cat hair. Those are all 54Ds. Unbelievable. At least I'll be able to look for the D over vertical D, I believe, is an RPM. 55D, 56D. I got a really nice 56D too that I'll show you here in a little bit. 157, which is odd. Usually I get a few of those. I believe we've got 4 57s and 4 58s. That's a 57. And 6 59s. The quality finds for today, 3 second-year 39s, second-year Jeffersons, 39s from Philly. That last one I'm thinking is probably going to be a updater there. It's in such great condition. I was devastated. I didn't say it on air. I was devastated when I didn't have a mint mark on it. That is the quintessential coin that would have a mint mark. Not on that one, at least. The 2 semi-key dates that were found, these are definitely big-time finds in this current hunt. 48S, San Francisco, I believe, a little over 11 million made. And then in the site, I can't remember if that's the first box or not. I think that was the first box. Then in the second box, the 49 San Francisco. A little bit over 9 million made of that. Really cool Panama Balboa found from 2001. This is actually the reverse. It's got Sarah Sotillo. I hope I'm pronouncing that right. You can go to the comments section to vilify me on that. 2001, by the way. Really cool find. And then one Canadian from 83. Not as illustrious as that 47 from the last time out. And then I got some shinies here. Meaning, these don't even look like they've been circulated. This is a 56D. I am expecting this to update what I've got. Either primary or secondary. And then these, 63D. Probably MS. I can't remember if that had the big scratch in it. The 67 should be high MS. Unfortunately, I believe the stairs or something had a nick in it. Too bad. And then this one. Found a couple of 2009s. I'm still looking to update these, to be honest. I finally found both, the Philly and the Denver. This is Denver, of course. This will definitely usurp what's in the collection. So anyway, those are the finds. I have not looked for varieties yet, which I will. I am hoping with 8 examples that I can come up with a D over vertical D on there. That would be pretty cool. I'll look for varieties and then bring you back in and let you know if I found any, and we'll check the catalogs. Okay, so I have looked through all the finds for varieties. Did not find anything there. Although it was nice that it actually had that many coins to look through. So we're at the collection books. This is the primary. And normally I wouldn't even show this because, I've been sitting at 7 needed holes here to fill. But that third 39 I found was just stellar. I still cannot believe this. It does not have a mint mark. That's how stellar it is. But it was definitely a good update. The secondary book is catching up. I just made a count. Semi-key date there. But other than that, this is filled. I've got the same 2 from the primary there. And there are a few others. There's 10 more here. It's almost actually caught up with the primary. That's pretty cool too, by the way. Did have a filler here on one of the semi-key dates. The 48S. I do, by the way, have a tertiary. I have a third collection book. The other semi-key date that I got was 49S. I put that in the tertiary one. Anyway, that got filled, and I believe that 50, I found a nice 56D that, by the way, didn't beat the primary one. Kept the primary one in there and replaced the coin that was in there right here. So at least a few updates in there. That's good, and one filler on the secondary catalog. That's it. We're done with this hunt. I appreciate anybody who's watched the whole thing, watched bits of it. I hope you enjoyed it or got something out of it. And we'll go to probably a penny box next. It's usually where we go. We go penny, nickel every week. I'm hoping whenever this gets out, probably it's going to be during the weekend. Have a great weekend, however you want to play it. Be safe out there. This is Silver Chupacabra signing out. Cheers.